No, it's just they're so ugly there, and the people are so they
You know,
think they're great.
It's
And
crazy.
It's like, what's great about you?
It's crazy that you say that because I had the exact same thought when I first got to New York City this week. I was like looking around. I was like, the people here look so much different from DC. Like the adage that DC is just Hollywood for ugly people is 100% true.
Why we let those people tell us what to I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. So you think one of the ways you want to change the Democratic Party is you want more like 10s?
No, that's not what I'm getting
We got to
at.
get some more 10s in there.
No. I think we need some top tier performers in terms of being able to actually. No. No, what we're working on.
I mean, Zoran is genuinely, that's a handsome guy.
I mean, there was hot girls for Zoran, right?
Well, no, I'm talking about the guy, Zoran. I don't care about these girls. I'm talking about how great this guy looks.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he looks phenomenal. He's
a
handsome, charismatic guy.
Yeah.
It's like, why wouldn't they want a handsome, charismatic, good speaker in the party?
Well, I think sometimes.
I think we know.
Yeah, I think we both do.
Yeah.
I think it's because he actually represents something that is real, right? That he is saying what voters have been wanting for a long time, especially younger people have been wanting for a long time. Younger men have been wanting for a long time. He got 85%
We
young
wanted
men
him, yeah.
in that election.
I've been wanting him for a long time. Yeah.
And but the thing is, like, he had a clear message, and it wasn't just a bunch of bullshit talking points where it's like, oh, we're going to lower prices. Like, sure, he's on TikTok. But the thing is, Andrew Cuomo could have been on TikTok. He would have lost. The only difference would have been is that he would have lost by even more.
Sure. Oh, his TikToks would have been fire.
The reason why.
I'm doing a dance.
Right. Something like that.
I'm doing a dance
This is
for
a little
Israel.
boo-boo. Yeah.
I'm doing the nay for Israel.
Right. The bottom line is, when he was on TikTok, he actually said something, right? And gave something.
Zora?
Yeah, he gave something for young people to actually believe in, a vision to believe in that. I think a lot of Democrats have not. And then he was also obviously extremely, and rightfully so, vocally critical of the state of Israel. And the
I think that was overstated. I think people were like, they were being racist to him because he's Muslim. And
certainly
they wanted to make him into Osama bin Laden, and he's really just a rapper that went to Bowden.
What I think is really admirable is, despite all of that hatred, he ran a ruthlessly positive campaign, right? Where I would say, like, if you look, when Fox News covers him, it's actually hard for them to find photos of him where he's not smiling. Do you know how hard that is, Adam?
I don't know.
It is quite difficult.
Really?
Yes, because they'll find anything. But even when they put up photos of him, he's always smiling in them.
Do they put frowning pictures of Democrats typically?
Yeah, it's typically like them being upset, or just whatever makes them look the worst way possible. Of course.
Or like looking fat or something.
Yeah. But when I was with Zoran, we went to Washington Square Park together, during in the final weeks of the campaign. And look, I've worked around lots of on different campaigns with younger candidates and everything like that. Because that's what we do at Leaders We Deserve. We help to elect young people, state legislatures and Congress, and sometimes mayor. And the reason why we do that is because we want young people to actually believe that they can be represented, that our issues, whether it's affordability or addressing all kinds of things like the obviously fucked up shit that is happening, that Israel is doing right now, and the genocide that they are committing against Palestinians.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with New York? I think that's what the annoying thing is, that everyone's like, will you go to Jerusalem? And then it's like,
it's so weird.
The way it tracked wasn't that Zoran didn't win because he was speaking out against Israel. He won because people thought, he won the Jewish vote. He won because people were like, this is weird. Why are people talking about this? Cuomo used it to attack him.
Yep.
And then they tried to present New York City as like a anti-Semitic hellscape when we all live here, and it's like, it's New York City. We live in Seinfeld. Like, what do they think?
Right.
They think it's not the fucking Warsaw Ghetto. So it wasn't like that. That was just like an attack on him more so because he was he'd been part of activism in the past. But in reality, he just on a surface level, this is articulate, charismatic, and young and handsome guy that seemed chill. The aversion really seems to the guys that are there that are I'm gonna invest heavy in the military industrial complex before I appropriate a weapons package.
Right, it's bullshit.
They just don't want to.
That should be fucking illegal.
They just don't want to stop being there, appropriating weapons packages.
Yeah, of course not.
And like they're like, yeah, they're guys that like have been there for 80 years and they're like they're kind of stealing and they're kind of like entrenched in like their position. They're like they see like a young talent there and they're
scared.
They want
they
want to knife him.
Yeah, because he is an inherent threat to them because he is calling them out on their bullshit and actually is saying something he believes in.
The problem is like, how does a party that when 6% of the people think that what's happening in Gaza is a genocide in the Democratic Party, I believe, is not a genocide.
Oh right.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
Or maybe like 6% are in favor of what's happening in Gaza in the Democratic Party.
Right.
I mean, Biden appropriated those funds.
Right.
How does the party look like when like basically we're seeing people rounded up by like Gestapo force right now, like
and we're writing
migrants.
fucking strongly worded letters.
We basically
and that's our response.
Oh no, it was a tiny program in the DHS, and Obama basically just
blew it up.
Blew it up.
Yep.
And like, how does it look like when deportations under Biden were like pretty much on par with the first term of Trump? Like consistently, the things that matter to the constituents of the Democratic Party are just completely ignored. It's really difficult, I think, a difficult position to be put in. And like the question for you, and like we can parlay this into your experience with the vice chair of the DNC, is it salvageable? Is the Democratic Party salvageable? An institution that literally wanted to fuck you off for trying to make any changes.
I mean, I think the bottom line is with the way that our government is structured, and trust me, Adam, this is not a question I take lightly. This is not something that I'm just saying because it's like, oh, like this is just the way things are. Just structurally speaking, the way our government is set up, we're probably always going to have some kind of two-party system in one way, shape, or form. And I know that sounds like a really boring and academic answer.
I know.
But
sorry. Who's that, your agent?
No, it's
Sex in the City 3.
It's a state senator.
You're going to play who is it, state senator?
It's a great state senator.
You want to hit him up? Let's talk to him.
Zainab Mohammed.
From here, New York?
No, they're from Minnesota.
Minnesota?
They actually represent the district that just went through the school shooting, unfortunately, in Minneapolis.
Okay,
so she's calling me about that, so I'm not.
You're the guy that gets a call every shooting? God, your life sucks.
Well, I try to help people after these
I know,
things.
it's horrible, but it's so you just have to relive the past over and over again. I mean, I know that's getting us off track.
Yeah,
but I'd love to hear.
I mean, the way that I see this right now, Adam, is the best way to beat them is to win is to defeat them. And that's what we try to do with Leaders We Deserve. We're trying to find the best young people. Like, there's lots of young people who suck. Yeah. But the bottom line is what I saw in the case of somebody like Maxwell Frost in his race.
Yeah.
I hired Maxwell from my dorm room right before COVID, actually, to work at March for Our Lives. Maxwell then called me a few years later and told me he wanted to run for Congress. He was 24, and he wasn't the best person in that race just because he was young. He was the best person in that race because he had a decade of experience fighting against gun violence, working for the ACLU, doing all these different forms of activism. And his opponents, his two main opponents, were somebody who committed tax fraud while in Congress as a Democrat, and the other was a hedge fund manager who was a Democrat in Congress while being a hedge fund manager at the same time. Maxwell had to Uber drive from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Yeah, he was homeless.
Every night.
Yeah.
He was, exactly. And there's so many young people like that have that grit, that have that will, that have that determination, who don't want to support, all kinds of the awful things that we're talking about happening that the party is supporting. Frankly, many times the only good politician is a scared one, specifically one that is scared of losing their job. And if the government is not going to change our gun laws, if they're not going to address what is happening with whether it's what's going on with Israel or what's happening with the climate crisis, or the fact that we are a military welfare state that is feeding a private prison industrial complex through our broken immigration system right now, where there is literally a multi-billion-dollar incentive to not fix that system. If our government doesn't change that from the pressure on the outside, we'll just outlive who is in government and change who is in government by getting these young people elected that actually do stand for something, hopefully. And it's not.
These motherfuckers live, though.
They do.
Some of them, I don't know how they look like Emperor Palpatine.
But that's the crazy thing, Adam. They'll say like, "Oh my God, experience is so important. It matters so much." It's like if experience actually was so important and helped us so much, I wouldn't be talking to you right now because we wouldn't be in the crisis that we are in with one of the oldest Congresses we have ever had. In Congress right now, do you know how many people are under the age of 30 there?
There's max.
That's it.
Yeah.
He is the only member of Congress under 30.
That's got to be the wackest hang ever.
Absolutely.
He's got to chill with these fucking people.
Right.
Can you imagine how bad the breath is?
And that's what we're trying to do with Leaders We Deserve, is change who is in government by bringing in a substantial amount of funding to get behind them, to elect people like, there's a state senator in Texas who we elected last year by 62 votes. We gave her $300,000 to support her campaign. She doesn't take corporate money. Her name's Molly Cook. And she defeated a different Democrat who voted not only to arm teachers while in the state legislature, but voted to give them $25,000 for being armed.
Give him a check and a gun?
Yes, that's what he tried to do. And
Just in the abstract, you said that. I'm like, that's kind of just like, it sounds like
crazy.
When like Jason Bourne opens like a box and he's got 8 passports and there's
Right.
$25,000 in a gun.
It's like he's a teacher now.
The teacher would be like, oh, it's like Jason Bourne.